Amara woke up before sunrise every morning. While the whole neighborhood still slept, she carried a heavy bucket of water on her head and walked through muddy streets to fetch clean water for cooking. Her tiny room was hot and crowded. The roof leaked whenever rain fell. But every morning, she still smiled for her children. "Maya, wake your brother," she whispered softly. The children rubbed their eyes while Amara cooked the little rice left in an old pot. She shared the food into 3 plates. One for Maya, one for Jaden, and one for her husband, Tunde. But there was almost nothing left for her. Maya looked at her mother carefully. "Mama, aren't you eating?" Amara forced a smile. "I already ate earlier." But that was a lie. She had not eaten since yesterday afternoon. Every day, Amara worked non-stop. She washed clothes for rich families. She sold fruits under the hot sun. Sometimes she cleaned restaurants late into the evening. Still, the money was never enough. But Tunde, he did nothing. Every night, he drank alcohol with his friends outside and came home angry. One night, Amara heard loud banging on the door. "Tunde is back," Maya whispered fearfully. Amara opened the door slowly. Tunde staggered inside, smelling of alcohol. "Where's my food?" he shouted. Amara quickly brought the plate she saved for him. But the food was cold. Tunde threw the plate across the room. "You useless woman." He slapped her and she fell to the ground. The children screamed. Maya covered Jaden's eyes while both children cried silently. That night, the children heard their mother crying softly in the dark. But the next morning, she smiled again. One hot afternoon, Amara stood by the roadside selling oranges. The sun was burning. Sweat covered her face. But nobody was buying. Suddenly, a black luxury car stopped nearby. A tall man stepped out clean suit, expensive watch, calm eyes. He noticed Amara struggling to lift a heavy basket. Without hesitation, he walked over. "Let me help you," he said kindly. Amara looked shocked. Most people ignored her, but this man helped her gently. "Thank you," she whispered. "My name is Adrian," he said. "Amara." Before leaving, Adrian bought every orange she had. Amara stared in disbelief. That money fed her children for almost a week. One evening, heavy rain started suddenly. Adrian was passing by and drove them home. Inside the car, Maya smiled for the first time in weeks. Jaden laughed while touching the soft leather seats. Amara almost cried quietly. Nobody had treated them with kindness in years. Weeks passed, then months. Adrian helped Amara find work at one of his company offices. For the first time in years, she had a stable salary. And slowly, Amara changed. Her face became brighter. Her smile returned. She started wearing beautiful dresses. Her confidence grew. People in the neighborhood could hardly recognize her. One afternoon, Adrian invited Amara and the children to a business event. Amara wore an elegant dress. Her hair looked beautiful. Even she could not believe the woman in the mirror. At the event, people respected her. Nobody looked down on her anymore. For the first time in years, she felt valuable. Meanwhile, Tunde noticed everything changing. But instead of changing himself, he became more angry. "Where are you getting money from?" he shouted one night. Amara stayed silent. That silence made him furious. One hot afternoon, Tunde walked through town drunkenly. Then suddenly, he froze. He saw Amara. She was laughing softly beside Adrian outside a restaurant. She looked happy, beautiful, alive, not broken anymore. Tunde's eyes widened. "What?" People turned immediately. He stormed across the road angrily. "You're cheating on me," he screamed. Amara stepped back in fear, but Adrian stood calmly in front of her. "Lower your voice," Adrian warned. Tunde pushed him. "You stole my wife." Adrian looked directly into his eyes. "No, you lost her yourself." Even the crowd became quiet. Amara's eyes filled with tears. For years, nobody has ever defended her. Tunde tried to raise his hand again. But this time, Amara stopped him. "Enough." Everyone became shocked. Her voice was powerful now. "You beat me for years. You starved your children. You destroyed this family. But today is the last day." Tunde stared at her in disbelief. The weak woman he controlled for years is finally gone. Few weeks later, Amara officially filed for divorce. Tunde laughed at first. He thought she would come back. But she never did. The court granted full custody of the children to Amara. Tunde eventually disappeared from their lives. Years passed. Amara became director of community outreach at Adrian's company. She started helping struggling women escape abusive homes. One evening, Adrian took Amara to a beautiful rooftop restaurant and he brought out a small ring saving. "I would love to spend the rest of my life beside you." Amara covered her mouth in shock. Tears filled her eyes, happy tears this time. And for the first time in many years, Amara no longer cried at night.